guys?
My week has been dope. Kuna tu craft hapa na pale. Kuna ngoma mpya nimecraft imetoka ya Sequel on One kwa feelings yake. So that has been part of the week. So podcast pia ina run bado kwa hiyo chemi ya whatever.
Imagine tumeshafanya episode 8 unbelievable.
Tuko 9 sasa.
Imagine tuko episode 9. Like who thought at this time of the year 2024 to be on episode 9.
April, first week of April. Hi.
Kwaje?
Uko poa?
Uko feeling?
Venye umeniacha.
You're better. No, you're looking prettier today.
Huh? I wasn't pretty.
Well, you are.
That's not the first thing.
Oh my God, I take back my word.
Where's Jimbo na bullet?
You?
Where?
Say what is it? Unakuja na bullet zingine na shoot back. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. When you told afadhali kwambiwa you look better than you were last time, because that time you were better for last time.
Yeah.
But then well,
Kidogo.
Ni kujitetea lakini.
Every day ni grow. Lakini every day. Sasa kama kuna update ya last time.
Maybe kutoka nisikie TID akisema why in between my interview is passing around. Who says in between?
I hate you, bro.
In between.
I hate you. Who says in between and why are you hating people? Gosh. Anyway, me kutoka that time I've not settled my head because I'm like, you don't say in between my interview. And keep telling me interviewers, unaona venye anaekewa mic in between interview, they keep saying, have you seen, why is he so concerned about where the mic is placed? Like,
class, yeah, kuna class yake. Labda ndio content.
Wende huko.
Labda ndio
content. Bale
inamsaidia
nini?
Lakini nyinyi wasema mna updated. Mimi niko mnaongelelea
about TID.
Badala ya maji
nitakuja nyuma yake.
Ngoja, this has to be settled now. Unakumbuka kama wanipenda? Ninunuliezeze. You know what aki kama ukumbuki hapo sasa yenyewe tutapenda.
Mtajua je ni kama nilikuwa naishi.
Ama ndio TID alisema hiyo. Okay. Ni sisi au bisabe.
unaona hata bullet.
Amwezi niambia nimefikiwa.
This was baadaye
nimefikiwa.
You shouldn't be happy about this because TID said that if you don't know him, that your parents have not bought TVs back in the day.
Yes, we hadn't bought TV back then.
But we also didn't have a TV, but it was always on the radio.
We didn't even have a radio. But then nilikuwa nasikiza msifungiwe nira lakini narudi Kigaben. How would I ever know who that was?
That's where we all kept quiet because
So
yeah, I didn't know you. Sorry.
Church girl.
But let me say something that this girl went through, and gosh, I am still trying to take time to be in terms with it. I don't know whether this will be good mistake. What used to happen to your eyebrows, no?
Oh my God.
Oh
my God, in the spirit of just being so holy and all, man, I used to be kunyolewa.
Like how is
kunyolewa? My mom, oh my God, you did this. Nena, shule nimenyolewa na wembe stone cold. Na just to match my whatever, my head.
Oh my God.
Nimenyolewa hadi eyebrows.
That's scary.
Na wembe, ya dribo.
Oh,
mommy.
Did you have to
Thank you.
But mommy is an amazing woman because she made sure. Look at who you sent out.
She's the best. Oh my God.
Yeah,
she's the best.
That didn't stop you from asking.
Ilikuwa swag man. Unajua alikuwa on top of fashion. Wanangi siku hizi ama fashionista like Stone Cold nini wanakuanga.
Na kwanza wale.
No, any tip. Any tip.
It's a gothic look. Coming to think about it. Those hard rock. Mimi si nimesema kutoka TID aseme in between my interview wiki yako ikapakodhania hapo. That is why anyway I've been good. My week has been amazing. My family has grown bigger. Oh God, yes. This is when being a mom is actually rubber stamped like being a mom. But apart from that, what I say is actually the week has just begun. Today is on Wednesday, so easy.
Tangu last week tukifuata like how we do our podcast. Ndio tumefika.
Sasa
tuko next week.
Next week. Yeah. Wiki sasa
nimepita na siku moja.
Yeah. Very good. Now let me tell you, I was just traveling from Nairobi the other day. And then I'm sitting next to this guy who is who makes a call, okay? And I got a bit disturbed. Disturbed at how? Don't get me wrong. I was not disturbed by why he called or whatever. It was how he made whoever he was talking to look so stupid. Yeah. So I was talking to this babe. Okay. Oh no. This babe is one who called him. Okay, so this lady calls this guy, and we know those phones are a bit loud so that you can even hear the person who is talking in the background. Inakuwa our communicating device instead of, you know. So this lady, from what I picked, is that she works in an airport, and that on that particular time of the evening, they were having a party. All right, and then I could hear the guy engaging her because he was like, kwani ulikuwa na party leo? And the lady goes like, yeah, si nilikwambia juzi leo kutakuwa na party. He's like, mimi nakumbuka tu ile uliniambia sijui ile siku nyingine. Kwani hiyo leo sasa hiyo ni gani? And the lady is trying to explain. She's like, no, sijui mdosi, sijui aliita staff wote, sijui nini. And the guy sounded like at first he was kind of, you know, are you lying to me or something? And the girl mpaka anasikia kimuuliza, umeelewa sasa? And the guy goes like, okay, nimeelewa. Then she goes like, so the babe now asks this Monday, anamuuliza, uko wapi? Mind you, tuko kwa SGR, tunaelekea Mombasa yo. Nigga has the audacity to say, nimechill tu home. Niggas be liars.
Niggas be liars.
I'm like, excuse me.
Nigga.
You're just here pinning this girl on the wall with questions of ni show gani, mbona huko umeniambia. You sounded like you were almost doubting her, you know? Mpaka you made this kababy girl. Mazee hata ungesikia tu mazee hata sauti yake inaisha. Mdomo imekauka mate. 5
minutes later, explaining.
Then this girl just asks him, where are you? And he there lies to, ati nimechill tu mtaani, niko tu home. First of all, he said, mimi niko tu around.
Around where?
Passing around.
Around in Mombasa ama Nairobi?
Yeah, until he goes like, ati nimechill tu nyumbani, niko tu sijatoka. Anyway, fast forward. This same guy makes a call. Now, yeah, this is interesting. The same guy calls, now he's the one who calls. Remember, this other one is the girl who called him. So that now this guy decides to call a colleague of that girl. How do I know? He goes like, hey, and I can tell it's a guy now who's talking to him. He goes like, ati niaje mtawani nini? He goes like, hey, nasikia leo mumethrowiwa party. And you remember, he goes like, he's still doubting that girl. He had to make this call to confirm, because anajua mboys wake zimdanganya. You understand? He goes like, hey, I hear today your boss has thrown you a party, and like, yeah. So nikimwangalia from, you know, facial expression, anakaa sasa relax. You know, he goes like, oh, lucky little girl. And then now, this guy now, he tells him, mimi niko tunaelekea Mombasa. So I'm like, who are men again? Someone explain.
Don't drag
He said he told the truth to the guy, but not the girl.
He didn't tell and mind you, he's been doubting this girl all along.
Maybe the girl is a liar.
You never know.
Maybe she lies.
Ama inaweza kuwa unajua hivyo ndo interacting. Yaani wanadanganyana hadi
maybe it's a thing.
Ama ikuwe
What did she have to confirm?
What I picked from this guy for sure, I later learned from, you know, he kept making calls. Now I was on a traveling, you want to make calls. I later learned that probably that's just like a side chick when I meet academic because from her conversation she sounded really excited, and you can tell this girl is the one who really wants vibe with him. I could be wrong because he later had a very mature, calm call, and you can tell who is sasa ni wife. Me and baby, I'm those people. Me alone is quick to who is sasa ni wife from guy. Anyway, this was my thinking. I felt like this guy, he probably doesn't want this girl to know his whereabouts, to give her more power on knowing where, like, it's like, yo, well, relax. When you Nico is none of your business, as long as I can see you when I want to see you. So this was my judgment. I was like, men can choose to put you somewhere where you just look like a, what can I say? Like I don't know what to say. You just like a trial method. Uko tu hapo. Me, I can run my errands the way I want. I can make my moves the way I want. And you can't lie to me. Because I'm telling you for sure, this guy insisted. Ini gani hii part? Yuko umeniambia. It felt like this girl she should always answer to him. That is what I felt. And that's how the call sounded. Because I was like, why push for the truth so much while you cannot open your mouth and tell the truth? And to prove that the girl was telling the truth, when he called to this other guy, this guy confirmed, tuko na party leo. Which brings me to the
girl is the boss or whatever. Who's the boss? The guy.
No, none of them is the boss. Only that the other guy that he talked to on the phone is a colleague to the girl.
Yeah, I don't think it's a man's thing. I think it's a human's thing. Because if someone anakusumbua sana, sometimes you're like, maybe I'm sorry.
Me, I strongly believe. I have a feeling kuna wanaume tu wameamua hii maisha. I'm around this lady the way I want. And not all of them though, but I just feel like
we are seeing this from different parts. When ni female na like kuna men. So watu wenye utakongana nao probably wakijaribu kudanganya probably men.
Mostly men.
Juu who are chasing you see when ni female. So data uko nayo ya kucollect ni
lazima uende ukicollect evidence ya kushow niggas are lying.
Exactly. You're gonna find the rent.
But they keep bringing themselves to me because I'm like
detective. Ushajua mtu kwa simu nani wife nani sexy. Detective. Alitoka kuwa lawyer sasa ni detective. Sasa leo ni judge atuamulie kesi tuko legally for.
I have concluded they are men. Kuna no.
Court in session.
Kuna man in your life. Nigga be lying about his whereabouts, but you cannot lie to him about a thing. And when he discovers you have men, it goes from 0 to 10.
No, but it's true.
It
it's
is that
generally true. It's
wait, where she kitu inashika ama mbona unashika kichwa? Ama una disagree na mimi? Uko tu sawa. Unaweza ongea by the way, si ati huwezi ongea. Unaweza peana maono, unaweza sema wewe unawacha uongo.
Lakini yenyewe it's true. Generally niggas be lying. Generally more than women.
Wanaume mnafanya hii kazi kwa
manze ni
sasa
as in bila sasa
I was the ambassador
bila you main and trying to be neutral. Like statistically speaking, men lie more than women.
And let me tell you.
And when women lie, it's not too hard.
Oh.
Wewe ngoja. So men lie for absolutely no reason. Because it feels good to lie, and just because it's a thing.
I think he would open his mouth and just lie because it's at noon, but he gonna lie because it's at noon. It's like, oh wow,
I think because of the theory that they're hunters, so for them to get their games right, they have to kuchocha. And because of that, I think they got used so much that wanna over torture and then like seriously, I'll do talk to you like seriously.
Can I get an amen?
Seriously, are you serious? Did you just say this?
What more lies do you have? What lies do you have to deter you?
Me all like that feel, at least you're showing us the kind of men that are in your circles. At least we know.
No, I said
don't forget you're in our circle.
Probably 90, me I'm in the 5% who don't lie, but 95% you deal with liars. Juu mimi wacha niongelee wanaume si tudanganyangi. Na female wako kwa sako yetu wanaweza sema si tudanganyangi. Wewe nakudanganyanga.
You see, you have
we don't know how you deal with your potential.
Listen,
hear me out. It's not gender based. Me siwezi tetea wanaume ati wadanganya, but don't make it gender based. You're trying to mnajaribu justify how you like umesema when you're lying you have a reason. Kwani si hata the people who lie wakiwa normal they have a reason. You should be hating the lie, you can damage both sides. Hakuna
lying,
but not
lying is lying, but this is my thinking. My thinking is men have
more reasons to lie.
And what I tell you, they started this lying game way back and specialized on it and have the skills to lie to a point that it got to a point where a woman was like, you know what? I can also lie to this stupid ass.
Why does it have to be
and listen,
a man will make you believe a lie.
A lie, for sure.
Make you believe it.
Nilikuuliza swali moja na
ni
wanaume wangapi wamelewa watoto si wao for fucking 20 years?
What is the statistic for that? Negligible.
What do you
It
mean?
is negligible.
Wala ndio kufanya research yangu.
Because you cannot compare. Listen, you cannot compare on how many women have stood in their marriages thinking they're the only wife. Only probably when this guy dies, that's when she hears, oh, we have other 600 wives I didn't know about. How many? Almost every time. Every time a nigga dies, you'll always hear kuna mtu mahali, alikuwa na mtoto mahali, alikuwa na wife mahali.
By the time women got to that point where they were like, you know what, another man will raise my kids.
Yeah.
It's still because of the line.
Because of the man. That's why I wanted to say
because of the
line started with the men. Mpaka ikafika mahali, no woman wakes up in the morning and decides to be.
Another thing, I was watching a show.
Women are the best liars.
I was watching a show.
Yeah, we are the best because we learned from the best. We've learned from the best.
Sindio? Si women tunashika kwamba we are terrible at lying. So we can't be the one who are good at lying. Kumaanisha
you lie fast down.
Even when hata
women are the
mkishikwa.
liars.
That's why I said
No,
a man will make you
gender-based.
believe a lie.
Yeah. Even when you
That
found
it
it
is
lying.
evidently a lie. This is a cup, it's blue, and this is orange. And he will try to convince you
It's not.
this is not orange.
This is red. He'll be like, this is red.
And he will give you
reasons.
all the reasons why this is not.
Men in your circles. It's
Let
men
me
in
tell
your
you, I
circles.
am so happy.
Men in your circles.
No,
Now, I'm part of the
man.
circle.
Me about ourselves.
That's why I
It's
said-
I
everywhere.
just don't want to make the lying
That's
thing
why I said. That's why I said. Let me toward the veil, because me, I'd like to be
Usually,
neutral.
most of the time,
I
you're
love
very
to be neutral.
You want to face
I
it.
love to be neutral, but like the more I am accepting reality how as it is, not as I want it to be, the more I'm realizing this is a fact.
The way you would want it to be.
Maybe not a fact,
Yeah.
but it
It's
is
the
the
kind of
higher
it.
the chances are,
Yeah.
men will lie.
Will
Lie and lie and lie well.
Let me
At
say
least
something.
in their
What
minds.
Faye, I agree with Faye.
Yeah.
I know you're one person
You
who
are
likes
against
Faye.
one.
I love being neutral.
And by the way, yeah, most of the time she never takes time.
Wala hii podcast nataka wanaume wakuja kwa comment.
Walete.
Yeah.
Jesus,
So,
I'm
listen,
defending things that I don't do.
What I
I've
want to
never
say,
lied.
Sorry.
what I want to say, Faith most of the time is always neutral, and most of the time you'll see when we'll disagree because she'll be like, no, maybe looking on this other side, you'll understand where this guy is coming from.
But
that is
do
always
they?
her argument.
Eh.
Ukiona akisema hivyo,
Oh.
ukiona vya
Judge.
it's true.
Kuja kwa
There
college.
is some truth in it
Leo
because
siwezi-
there's no way.
siwezi boring. Si-
No, you're breathing.
Today I'm breathing.
Now, to rubber stamp the men lie. Something is really funny in there. I'm like, oh my god, who is this? What is this gender again? This sons of Pharaoh though.
Daughters of Jezebel.
How do you? Now explain this to me. Explain to you who don't lie, men, the holy one, holy other.
Labda tuna defend mwanaume alitandika na kichapo fulani yenye like
You know?
hata mimi kama mimi mwenyewe I'm like nigga
Yeah.
unatuharibia. Like
Now explain this to me. Explain this to me. How does a guy marry? All right, you find this nice mama, you date her. In your mind, ushamconvince watu wao nini. This is the woman I want to spend for the rest of my life. All right, you settle down. You even have kids. You build a beautiful home and have kids. All right, pamoja makapa. Then you're busy working, whatever. You know, you get a nice job, blah blah blah. While at it, unagundua, you know what, hii job haitoshi. Hii salon alipo hapa kazini is not enough. You start now nyemeleng the jungus, the mamas, all right? You're doing it so badly so that you're hopping from one old mama to another old mama, and you have a wife at home. All in the name of you're trying to get extra money to, I don't know, to give your family a better life that you feel like they don't have at that point. What's even worse is that you get a chance, you get married to this jungu. Now, I don't even know what this is because you're already married. Then you have this woman now who you, let's say you have an entanglement with, and then she helps you, you get your papers and you fly out of the country.
Bees.
Listen. Hatutakuja hapo kwa this. Because if you did not sit down and have an agreement with your wife and tell her, you know what, wacha tufunge macho, tuvumilie, huyu mama atakaa. Until you have that kind of conversation with your wife, ain't no biz. This is another level of disrespect. Because your wife is at home, is not just staying pretty, she's busy working hard, she's taking care of the children and being a homemaker, while you're out there chasing other old women, and then you get your chance to go out of the country. Aya, umeenda huko nje, at first you're sending her money to support, then inafika mahali, you don't even send her support, you're expecting her to work her ass off to take care of these children. Remember now, while he is there, he's married to this white lady, okay? So, now, this white lady does not know about the existence of the wife, but I think she's aware of kuna watoto in the picture, okay? So he's been sending money for support, and it looks like she's the one who was giving him the money or something. And then it gets to a point now, the support stopped, yeah? And he's expecting her to like pull strings and do whatever she gotta do to, you know, to make a living. What's most annoying for me was when the guy comes to Kenya to visit, because they'll come with the mama, yeah? When they come, remember they have a home that he had built for now this other Kenyan wife. Do you know, this lady has to clean up her house to knock traces of her existence, because the guy will come and vacate this house. Wait, and later who come, sasa, he's gonna be staying here with the Mzungu mama, with the kids, all of them. So the Mzungu mama should not know that he's a wife, okay? So this wife is in the hidden. So what caught my eye was, because I was like, the amount of bitterness one would be going through, or, you know, like, you're not in acceptance of this. And the lady was like, you know, it got to a point, I am so okay. I stopped crying, I stopped being angry about it. Whenever it's time for him to come home, I know it's my time to clean up.
So she goes with the kids, or the kids?
No, she leaves the kids. The Mzungu mama was about the kids. Oh. And I was concerned, how does this look to your kids? How does it look to you? She's like, first of all, she knows that the neighbors are concerned that she didn't give a damn. With the kids though, she has never told them anything, but she feels they kind of tell, they can relate what's going on here. With her, she's like, as long as at the moment my kids have a place to you know, to lay their heads, they have a meal to put on the table, let me just work with it that way. Let me play a fool. I don't know, try your thoughts.
I have so many thoughts on these ones. But now that I'm thinking about it from the kids' perspective, yeah, the kids are staying with the dad, and then the other
whereas in Kenya, that's
and then the woman goes, yet she's always been staying with them. The kids could spill the beans anytime if they're young.
That was my concern, you know, because I was like, in fact, I remember asking her, are you sure these kids, not a single moment they'll say about mommy? But this is what came to my mind. Of course, the white woman knows the kids have a mom. What she doesn't know is that she's together with technically, she's together with.
But you know, kids anyway. But besides that, like another woman I was talking to yesterday, she said that she would not want to talk about the things she's gone through to protect the kids. She doesn't want them to think as their dad from a bad angle. But when I think about it, I'm like, at what cost? At what cost to the kids? Because if the kids see that this is what the woman has tolerated, and she's a woman, she's gonna have to tolerate that in future. And if it's a guy, there's a chance that he will do the same as the father. So yes, you're keeping quiet, but at what cost?
But future cost. I hear you, and I've thought about it so many times. But you see, what you look at it, it's at what point also
do you speak out?
Come out to your kids. At what point? Because you can't do it at any age.
You can't do it.
There's an age where both parents have gods to these kids, all right? They know the best person in their lives is their daddy, the best person is their mommy, regardless of the relationship between the two and what the daddy has put the mom through. I don't know, what are your thoughts about, let's talk about this whole setup situation. I don't know, you want to talk about the guy situation, or the wife situation, or the kids, or the manner that tunapenda mamas, or the wife.
Lakini pesa kasaidiana.
Nani amekwambia hana pesa?
Ako nazo.
Usikie amekuwa anapeanga huyu jamaa anapatia watoto pesa.
Sasa anafanya hivi. Send my DM.
07
naweza kusaidia kumonia to make you heal. Me sitaki kukua.
To make you heal.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? Oh, the wife.
The wife.
Oh, the Kenyan wife.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she actually has, but she's now financially stable.
Kwenye yako. Kwa DM.
What the give you a goma? What would you say?
Wewe mimi natafuta.
Sawa.
On this case nikisema it's a fucked up situation.
It's
Unaona unasema
Fakari. I was trying to remember that one.
The word fakari. Na nimeenda kusumbua na kunitafutia nini connection na ikijileta bado nataka kuikata. Hii inaweza kuwa imejileta hapa kwa
Hold up. Nani anasumbua mwingine kutafutia mwingine connection? Nani ametafutia mwingine connection?
kuna wale sema huyo anaanza kutoa message kata podcast nene. Mwenye ajaona podcast hizi ndio hiyo ngajua.
Nani ameconnect mwingine hapa kwa hiyo?
Hakuna sasa si like kama kuna unajua msi akisikia story na relate na yeye na
Oh,
potential.
you being the one who's being
sasa si unaona sasa huku like sasa kuna chaos already na tafuta place kuna peace.
Wewe unataka kuleta solution.
So utaleta peace.
Kidogo alafu sasa kuna atafi. Mimi kuna shida tu kidogo. Sio kuna shida naweza suluhisha. Na mimi niko na shida. Niko na
suluhisha wewe.
Mimi kidogo.
If only life ingekuwa straight line venye inaiweka.
Naleta solution hapa.
Solution power, self peace.
Si like hii dunia si
peace, red card ya peace yako ni ngapi?
DM.
Hapa ndo utaki kuiputa out there. Maybe there are other people going. The reason why we're talking about this story though is because maybe there are other people out there going through the same situation. And now hear me out. It was interesting because this is someone who saw our stories, the way we talk and and she was like, by the way, how about if you would mention women who are going through this kind of stuff, just to encourage another woman who is going through the same, so that she doesn't feel she's alone, okay? Or another man needs to hear this so that they know, by the way, akufanyi poa. Because like you said, now, looking at it from your point of view, for sure, it's very disturbing when kids are just there in the middle. They do not know who their dad is, okay? They probably know who their mom is. They do not know the other side of their dad.
Yeah.
Okay? And people might argue they don't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
But why would they not need to know? Because if they know that side, it's already happening. When they know that side, then they will understand their mom.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, oh dear, this is what our mommy has been putting up with. And then from that case, they'll be able to, there's a girl will come up and say, you know what? I will never want to go through what my mommy went through.
Because the problem with us Africans, we're very passive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Passive can be good and sometimes it's not good.
Yeah.
Because it breeds assumptions.
Oh yeah.
Like, because this is what I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw my dad coming with another woman and chasing my mom away, my mama, and she goes wherever she goes, Namina baki hapa, yet she's been living here, but now she's not here anymore. I saw that happening, so it becomes the norm.
It's like, either if you're a lady, or like, when a man does that to you, it's okay with you.
It's okay.
Or if a guy, if it was a son who saw that, he does.
And the problem is, sometimes we know things are not okay, but because we've seen it, we can't understand. We can't even interpret them verbally, or like, until someone else says, I went through this, and I realized, and what I felt was right. Ushajikuta in that situation, you feel, kumbe what I was going through was I was actually feeling something. I know I was feeling something. I don't know what I was feeling about the situation until someone speaks about it, and you're like, now I understand what I was feeling. So this rubber stamps your like,
oh
exactly.
wait, so I was actually right to feel what I was feeling at that time.
Yes. And the others who attend from the other angle are like, it's normal. So why kama una feel pain, it's up to you, that's your problem. Like kama una feel hivyo siwe jipange. Like we're not able to solve situations because of that.
Like Tasema complicated, probably is not, but
I think people choose to
complicate. A lot of, come I think we discussed earlier, a lot of dues we are paying that kuna chaos that has nothing to do with us. Come those kids, they have to pay a due of a payday is not necessary.
It is not
unaona kama mimi ningesema, unaona wewe kama Kenya unaweza do kama wewe, hebu juu hapo nje hatuwezi fix anybody. I can try to say men are compare data between female and male, but shida si female and male. Ni huyo mtu mmoja. Then it trickles down. either upate how did you they were in love, si ndio? How did we get kwa place yenye hatuwezi bonga storia but then tuko confident kusema but then it makes sense, si we separate, but like talking juu like kuna ile community pressure if you're in a marriage ka lady kutoka manze kuna image fulani bad, so you're trying to make it make sense. You parents washa kuonyesha oh we love your husband and everything, this we see value in you, unakuwa treated different, so unajiquestion
actually when you're in that marriage package we see value in you like
exactly. Unaona na kuna hiyo image, hata sasa kuna msee atasema wewe za tuna mtoto wewe bora si generation inaendelea itajilea, like kuna a lot of fucked up mentality, unaona na siwezi fix zote. Kuna msee anaweza unasema kama hii anaanza ku hate, you na feel na fuck embrace this side, so it goes down to about the fix wewe, unaona like
how do you fix yourself in this situation? Because like I don't know the cultural differences. This guy could be like maybe if you're like we're in the area, there's the Bara people, there's the Wazungus, and there's the Costarians. There's dynamics, cultural dynamics, in extreme cultural dynamics. If this kind of a relationship is between someone raised in the coast and someone raised in the Bara, there's a high chance they will never agree. Because a Costarian, a woman or a man in coast has a high chance of being comfortable with that kind of situation, But say from Bara, we're more monogamous, we're more Christian-like, we're more like we can grow together with my husband, we can work, the education level is a little higher, so people believe in building.
But can I ask you something before you continue? Even if say the couple, both of them were from the coast, like you say, and you say the woman would be a bit comfortable with the whole situation, would she be comfortable if the husband came and they had to talk about it, or she would think whatever,
the chances are if both of them are Costarians, they would agree.
Okay.
Or so because they know, because it's a culture.
It's safe.
So hold up. That's what I want to understand. It's a culture, and you definitely think that they would expect somehow that will happen. But does it come to that every couple, do they have to talk about it? Or anajua tu akijua tu bwanake akuko na wazungu, she's okay. They don't have to talk about
passivity, because you're passivity again. Most people are passive again. So they know it happens, they won't talk about it, but I'll let it go.
Okay.
And then here, mostly the locals one, they're a little, their dominance, nearly traditional kind of dominance.
There's a men chauvinism kind of.
That kind of. So they won't care so much if you accept or not. Are you benefiting out of this?
So shut up and try.
But is the other thing, people are carrying a lot of like unapata.
It doesn't mean it's good.
Unaweza pata this guy labda from his last girl, unaweza kwa kana mwanamke 10 years, alikuwa na bill fulani alikuwa amekea mwanamke atawaipe, lakini tayari revenge na woman anasaka hilo. Mwanamke out of whatever mwanaume ampetishia, the next man atapata na yeye anamapproach na ile mentality like wase ku preserve the raw goodness of themselves, is down like making the next person who had nothing
to do with
pain. Do not feel you have to let it out. Do like, are we trying to find the solution on after mambo ya kublame? And wanasema si mambo ya wanaume ama wanawake. It's about those people who don't want to hear you. Say kama mimi naweza sema kama kuna that lady mwenye kwa idasi nilimwambie come to bonge like you want to talk yourself out, mimi niko hapa. Then to go to the extreme una feel manze hata mimi like unapata uko so damaged that sasa you don't even know yourself enough to accommodate the other good thing na kusaidia ukiwa juu like nasema these people used to love each other from the beginning. Wachana ati watu wanafanyanga history yao, watu wanafanyanga inakuanga. Hebu kwanza tuachane na hiyo story. Turudi kwa wewe personally unapenda. Juu get in this relationship, I'm sure they were like it's only you, it's only me.
It's me.
When it's
stop, sure?
Nasema probably
like in this setup though,
maybe
because this I remember this mama told me she cried for so long because she had loved this guy for real.
Kama wamebuild pamoja like
they even built
like hiyo ni story.
And I'm now agreeing with you, one is from Bara, the other one is from
so I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how much you love each other, culture will always influence how you do things. And if you yourself, you don't understand where you come from, some things will happen to you. And when they happen, ndio utaanza ku realize, oh my God, utaanza go back.
Like,
so they probably loved each other, they said things to each other, but already in someone's mindset kuna zile there's how things run. Kuna script hata si hivyo, hata sometimes is script, sometimes kuna venye uliona kwenu like your dad had several wives. I mean, naona it doesn't matter how much you're in love with the person,
but somehow along the way it's gonna
and at that moment you're in love, you actually don't talk about ati nitapenda mtu mwingine. Not everyone amefika that level of conversing. We are not there yet, honestly.
And you're not the same. Not everybody is the same.
We are not the same.
I think it's the
actually, let me ask something before it slips my mind. So when you said about the way the culture is, and now it brings me to the question. So when it took us to a point where this woman, she's like, okay, I'm done. What am I doing here? Oh, she's gonna find a man, you know, who suits her. She's gonna find someone who's gonna give her the attention she's not getting, the love she's not getting, who is also gonna take her through. Okay, let's just hope it goes well. But now she's gonna get to a point where she says, okay, it's my time to love me. It's my time can I enjoy life? Because where I am right now, honestly, this doesn't feel like what I signed up for. So she's gonna walk out. And probably now go either with her children or get another man and get married. And guess what? The same culture, people, the same society is now going to view this woman differently. And she's going to become the villain.
Why should she?
No, I'm saying on a normal setup, she should
normal
do that. But I'm looking at the same culture people. What do you think I'm going to do?
What a pinpoint the fact that
ameenda kuolewa na listen, according to the guy, he hasn't divorced her or he hasn't left her. So people are gonna be like, but the fact that he's away
makes you happy.
The fact that he's away, it's gonna look like the woman got lonely.
Because if I don't want to compromise to your standards of doing things, I have the right to move. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what other people think. If I get to that situation, if I get to that situation where I'm like, this is comfortable for, because as long as this is something you've seen, in your mind it's normal. So even when you're doing this, you don't feel the pain the way the woman feels. This guy could not be feeling the pain the way the woman feels and may never understand why, because already kuna a background of these things happening.
But then do they do this for a certain time of period? Like, would he be away for a certain period of time and then he's like, okay, now I'm back to my family?
I don't know.
So what would be the pride of an African man with his family?
This is the other bad side of that, based on what I've seen. Like, most of them, they don't go back. Like, the woman just becomes the family.
So you're basically a single mom now?
Ni kama tu uko hapo na watoto, unalea watoto. And the guy, most of them that I've seen or know, they go around with all the other women, apart from even ato yo wako naye.
Oh, apart from this mzungu?
I think I was
generally speaking
to like, if you're a young man out there, you're trying to be a man, I think we need to change the story. It's our
it's our women.
Like how women wanatandika wanaume, like just try to be you different. Juu mimi naweza taka accommodate huo mse, like ako honest and everything, but you're treating me as somebody who's trying to lie to you. Najua itani piss off. Like you are unanicorrupted in.
Actually, let me to agree with you. This let me say something on that. I've realized women, most of us, we've been through so much of lying. Mpaka when you have someone who is honest,
you can't even
you can't even tell whether
you can't tell.
You're like, he's just trying the same old
thing. The insecurities go so high. So if you're a man out there and you can make a woman believe, a genuine woman, pia wewe kawa you're a woman hapo unajaribu damage the relationship between, can compare, like it's a get back to be like, mimi tangu nifanyie hivyo na yule mwanaume, wanaume nilisema hataitulia. Na kama wewe ni mwanaume kwamba ukisema tangu nifanyie hivyo na yule dem, nilisema mademu hataitulia. Like hao ndo wase wana make sure hiyo chaos haishi. Like abu hit fast. Usimi abu pia kila msee benefit of. Unajua acha niseme miss boom nifanyia and I cut you off until when it's not making sense. Hakuna hizo attachments za sijui you owe me anything, am I owe you anything. Just be a good night person kwanza. Juu hiyo kutegemea msemo mwingine kufanya stuff ingine ndo mbaya. Unaona like expect me atakupea hiyo fulfillment ya mapenzi, fulfillment ya attention. Mimi siwezi kupromise attention na siwezi kupromise mapenzi. Ina sound so bad, but love yourself. You can only love yourself good enough. Kutonisumbua mimi.
In fact, you say you cannot give from an empty cup. So
exactly.
But sasa kwa hii situation, are you telling me the girl wasn't loving, hakuwa na loving herself?
I think hapo nataka kusema she could have like walked away. She had hakuna ile kugoja, probably ilikuwa anajiambia it can get better, it can. Kuna hiyo tukubali, there are females who do that. Be like uko hapo unapiganisha nguo umevunja be like for the children I gotta stay strong, for the image.
That's
but
dangerous.
It doesn't make sense. Like your image of like if it's not, hata wewe kama mzazi tell your child either a man ama a woman. Hata mwanaume asikue struggle that you're trying to pay a 3-bedroom house na hauwezi na kazi hauwezi, like pressure ya maintain image kuna kwa society.
Keep saying
If a parent akwambia no matter what happens my child come home, unaona like I got you, lakini pia wewe usijaribu like let's fix ourselves. Usijaribu cause damage first because you can only like control hapa tu, then the rest is real.
And I feel like everything should be attacked head on.
Mapema, like
attack everything head on, like as in it's not that you know your kids like, oh your mother is bad, but you can address issues to show that the woman or the man is human enough to do wrong things, and this affects us in this way. But it doesn't mean he's bad, or it doesn't mean
he doesn't love you, especially for the kids to be still like
the context of the situation may be tricky for us, but this is what's happening. Because if you hide, like you don't even know what you're breeding in the kids' mind.
Do you know? Let me tell you for sure. There's something I've come to realize. You can be a woman who's probably going through the most, you know, like feeling like you have the worst kind of husband, and you're there with the kids, unangangana. The kids love their dad, but eventually they're gonna hate you as their mom because they're wondering, why did you keep us away from their dad?
Exactly.
Because they never went through the journey with you to understand. Actually, there are a few things your dad is not doing really right now. He still loves you. He's still your daddy. It's not gonna change. But you know, like a human being, maybe there are things you would have done better. And that way they're gonna grow knowing, okay, if I'm going to be a dad someday, there are things I'm gonna address.
For them to understand it from a younger age, because in the end it's socialization. I mean,
now there's a story you mentioned before. Maybe let's just say, not really a story. Talking of maybe a woman being in marriage and somehow being the homemaker, putting in all her efforts and stuff, and then it gets to a point, they are so innocently, and then it gets to a point, you realize, oh, my man is not the person I was thinking, you know, and then all the effort you had been putting, it's done, it's over. You're told like, no, you leave, you go and start from scratch, you know.
Manze, you build a business, you make a home for your family. Because now you're married, you know, in campus there's something called Leo. So Leo ni kama they're close. You go and
do that the wedding?
Leo
is the wedding for the camp.
Then the one I think it's for dowry, I'm not sure.
For the dowry is it to
dowry.
Spanish.
You're kwenda kuintroduciana and all that, and exchange, that kind of an exchange and all that. So they went through that, they were in love, they had dreams, they went from scratch, they had struggles and struggles, so the woman is hardworking as well. And then at some point, when things like this, the time she went outside the country to look for greener pastures, because she was the one who was able to.
Outside.
For a few months where she used to come back, and all the money she got from outside, or at least most of it, she got it home. It went home.
All of it.
Everything was in the husband's account. It's not that she was working, and so she was mostly, when she came back, he invested in a business, and she'd work from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and sometimes more hours because you have to.
So let me understand. This
calculations.
business, she's the one who's put it up, or it's the husband?
Well, the husband helped to put it up because
Okay.
eventually he got a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all this while the husband is not working.
I think he was working, but maybe there's a time the wasn't very stable, and maybe there were other issues going on at home, family issues. Actually, they're the ones that triggered her to go outside the country to get past. She had kids, so she was criticized for leaving the husband.
Kids. Oh yeah.
Leaving the kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
But she was doing the job. She was raising the family. So when she came back because of Corona, and now because she had saved enough, she was able to build the other business. She built it since 2020. She built it working like almost her entire life, coming back home to kids and all that and a family to raise. And then she realizes this guy has been cheating, this guy has been having this with other, like his phone has several blocked numbers of friends that she knows.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
friends in the
her
circle. Yeah, in the
Oh
circle
my
that she knows.
God.
So she grows bitterness because she doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So she was telling me about a story where she was calling someone sweetheart. Hi sweetheart. You know why? It's like I'm calling you sweetheart. Because it was sarcastic, because she believed that she had been told, and now she believed it, that girl was messing with her husband. So it was sarcastic.
So she used to call this guy
Sweetheart just to soothe herself. Hi sweetheart, to soothe herself. But the other one was saying, hi sweetheart, she was saying from a clean plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so eventually when they talked, they realized they didn't have a thing going on. But now this guy had a lot of women around her, and then some got pregnant. One got pregnant, So that's where I feel like this is where we draw the line.
Yeah.
And then when now they started
That was a marriage of
separating,
how long?
13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hata
Yeah.
kivumbi.
Then sasa ile time alianza to separate from the guy eventually comes says like all this investment you did, it's mine, even legally, because everything is in my name.
After all the effort she put, going away from the kids who work so hard.
Manze aliosha mtu amekuja kwa familia
But
yako,
manze, hebu imagine.
amekuja
How
kwa
old are
familia
you?
yako, amekuja akajita na jina yako. Naona,
Anasema-
that's why women refuse kuitwa
Oh yeah.
jina yako.
Nowadays they're like nigga
It's not about
women
gender.
refuse
They
that
don't even
because
come to think about
now
it.
when
It's
you
not
think
about- it's
yeah.
not about gender. It's about like kuna binadamu
Humanity.
wako like hauna
Yeah.
human juu.
Yeah, that's human.
Me, as it doesn't matter. It's not about gender. It's about mimi. I'm not trying to do anybody dirty. Awe male, awe female.
Yeah.
It's me. It's my character. Unaona? Like mimi uwe female, male. If our bond is not working, it's not working.
And just to reinforce
it,
that, reinforce that, the biggest problem we make is thinking it's about gender.
It's not about gender.
That's the beginning.
When it comes
So
to
I
marriage,
agree
you
with
fix
that.
even
yourself?
in life,
But-
it's
The
not about
ladies
what
who
I'm
fix themselves
saying,
wanasema
yeah.
shida ni wanaume. Na si
Yeah.
wanaume hatutajifix kusema
Yeah.
shida ni wanawake.
Ni mtu
Yeah.
ajikubali
Jipoint
yeye.
kwanza.
But
Jipoint
how it comes to become that it's more men who are prone to do that than women. It's the socialization, how we've been raised. Predispose men to be more shittier than women. And most women that have become shitty, when you study their families, when you study the family where they come from, the things they saw,
Damage iko-
damage. So wakaput some kind of plastic. I don't want to be hard, so I'm gonna go for men for money.
Actually, let me tell you something I know about women. Women, naturally, we are nurturers, all right? That's why you see a woman will stay in a marriage and a chapo, especially in the years, a few years ago. A woman will stay in a marriage, anajua can cheat, but she's there, she will be a homemaker, she will do all these kind of things, she will go work, nini. Because by the time a woman is fed up, enye umemfika. Okay, so generally that's why unaonanga tukipoint wanaume, because men have it easy, whether you have a faithful wife at home or not, it's easier for you to leave work and go for a few beers, and then you meet up with your female colleagues or female friends or bartenders, and you do whatever shit you want to do while your wife left work and went home. You understand? So that's what our eyes see. That, however, does not mean that men are bad or men are the ones viewed this way. It's just that most of the cases we see, the case study shows because of our upbringing.
Yeah.
You know, like a woman is in this kind of situation, so she's kind of disadvantaged too.
Already from a young age.
From a young
Just
age.
look at how we are raised. Generally, most of like when we're young, boys and girls. While the girl is going to be responsible, cooking with the mother, cleaning. Most families, what is the boy doing?
And we're talking about the modern life, not yet with the heads of cattle to do.
What is the boy doing?
In the modern one.
We're talking about the highest number.
The highest number. The highest number. The highest number. That's why I'm saying, like maybe for you, you already cut out different because of how your mother raised you. Maybe these are the things she saw, nakajambia in her mind, I will be part of the change. And you're the product of how she chose to view life. She chose, I don't care who, even my mother, she was like, I don't care who you are all my kids. And for me, I protested. I protested for a while. I used to tell my parents, and they would think and say, yeah, you're right. I used to say, because I have 3 brothers. Sorry, bros. I have 3 bros. And me would say, I don't understand how we are all kids here, yet I'm the one who should cook from Monday to Monday. I'm the one who should cook. And then in Africa Point, Adi, there's a time I wanted to be a good girl. Yeah? I would even go take my brother's clothes and wash. I just want to be nice. I'm training to be a good mother. I was training in my mind to be a good mother. Then I came to realize how dangerous that was because I was training them that this is what they should expect from me. Yeah. Now you see how it becomes it feels like
you realize
I realized that a long time ago, even before I went to campus.
Wait a minute. There were women who didn't realize that because if you remember in campus, how many girls would you go? They go to the boys' hostel to their boyfriend. The girl is there. She's cleaning up. She's washing the guy's clothes. So
the boy is outside like partying.
Let's not paint that as a bad thing. That's what the problem is. It's not a bad thing.
It's not bad.
Nasema juu like kuna vitu fulani zinakuchanga ni advantage na disadvantage. Mimi nasemanga for me, if it was for me, mimi naambia gadi msichana kuja kwangu. Like mimi nataka ukae hapo. You see how I can treat you like me, I don't depend on you to clean my shit. Like sini zangu. Like
and actually me when I was dating, I cleaned it and I don't regret it.
Exactly.
Like for me because
from
it
love,
comes
like,
from a different point
your
of view.
identity.
But what you're talking about? Yeah, I did. And
it's not a bad thing.
Anyway.
Yeah, but
it's not a bad thing.
For me, because I knew where it's coming from. For me.
It's for you. Actually, you didn't do it for them.
Anyway, to be honest, now when I got married, I remember I used to do that. I used to wash the clothes, and when we were dating, though, it was a bit different. I would clean and tidy up the room and stuff.
Yeah.
But now when we settled, now I will do the washing and all.
Yeah.
To be honest, it gets to a point
you get tired.
And then especially when someone makes a comment like, what are you trying to
what
that is why umekuza waya.
What I
I'm
like,
kwanza mimi nilikuwa na my mpaka today I can't even like wash. Yeah, like every time I wash, you can see I have this marks. To date, maybe if my nanny leaves, I'll have to look for mama for. That's go buyer. So any time I wash, I need it. So when someone makes such a comment of or my shoes are not well cleaned or my jeans are not well cleaned, first of all nakumbuka ile hustle nimego ile uchungu nasikia kwa mikono sahi. Of course maybe he's right, kuna ka spot mahali, but me I'm there thinking, bro, can you even appreciate the fact that they are clean?
Yeah, so si unajua wewe unasemanga hivi, people get tired.
Good people get tired, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Now, like what happens to a lot of women is they get tired and grow bitter. That's what happens.
There's a lot of mistake.
And I think the bitterness comes through when you are doing the good deeds.
Yeah.
You are always expecting the guy is seeing and he's gonna respect you back with that. Unfortunately, when you are doing those nice
I think that's the one minus actually hata kuwa being part of the marriage, doing good to people. Ukithink they reciprocate kama wewe, they are not you.
But then that's not the problem.
Like no, the problem nasema, see where you know you love, like if you find a man,
But that's not the
like
problem.
nasema, so you know if you find a man who appreciate, you clean for them. You see appreciate, like isikuchange wewe useme, I'll stop doing this for men because men expect.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
isikubali,
It's not
juu,
yeah.
hiyo ripple effect ya ku damage down the good people. The good, wewe sasa ukienda kwa hiyo utapata problem kuna huyo mwanamke like I'm for weekend next weekend mimi na zako. Unaona mimi na zako? Mimi nakwambia tunaishi pamoja. Like learn how to coexist. Wacha ina mambo ya image ya watu wanakuwa like huko
But it's true. It's true. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Yeah,
guys.
even you,
Let's
if
be
you
real.
put through
As
a
in-
certain situation
yeah.
where a lady you give your all to,
Yeah.
So
when you
Nasema-
go to the next one, I know what you're saying, but now we are being real. Come back to reality.
I'm saying what I do. I'm saying like
Yeah,
that's why I'm
let's
real.
talk about like when we're talking about like society, how it is. The society, how it is. This
Yeah.
who we are.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I know you when Joe colleague yako for sure. But when you talk about the things that happen in the
Yes.
society, yeah, like because unaona hiyo setting yenye ilikuwa when you were growing up. Already mwanaume amezoea sisters wake wanafua, wanafanya hizo vitu. Wao walienda kucheza, wakikuja wanakuja wanakula.
They get a clean house.
Kwanza hata mama ndio anamwambia kuja baby ukule.
Sasa ukule. Me, my brother used to find the house very well clean. Then he would walk in with
This
his
is
dirty
what-
ass shoes and step in the house that I've just mopped.
10 years.
Oh my God.
10 years, 15 years later. That's what you expect from your woman.
Unaona ni kama ni
And
normal like
yes.
that's how it's supposed to be.
This is why
That's what reality means.
Yes.
Like wako hiyo ndo reality.
yes, and then when you don't break it down, and then the other challenge is, the problem is, you're both growing up. The woman is growing up, the man is growing up. The woman is going to school like you. Unajua huyo dem angekuwa endi shule ingekuwa different story. Yeye angengoja msetu, ndio maana unakutanga kuna wale wase wanaendea just you go for a rich person, wanaendelea tu kumfulia and all that, and that's good for you, yeah. But when the others they want careers, they want all this, so unakuja place na realize this is not practical, man. It's not practical.
It makes
It's not
sense.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Na sasa hapo ndio wasa wanaanza kukosana. Because the man expects this.
He's already
Mimi nataka
expecting.
mwanamke wangu ado hivi blah 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 blah. And then the woman wanted to do at first. That
But
was
she
her
didn't.
dream.
Ai unajua shia mbona msee?
Until ana realize
Shida kuosha
it's a
vyombo.
scam. This
Hapo
scam.
ndo nakwambia
It's a
uzioshe.
scam, man.
Shida kuosha vyombo hapo nakwambia uzioshe. Hata unakuanga like
Oh, ulikuwa unataka kuosha alafu amekwambia.
hata ulipo like 5
Exactly.
seconds.
Oh,
5 seconds.
Now, let me tell you something. Mimi wacha kuosha vyombo. Me, I'm this kind of
Hata
person. Napenda kujiambia. Now I take
Hata
my
mimi
time.
nishaambiwa,
Alright, I take my
pika
time.
chai.
I take my
Mimi
time.
nishaambiwa pika
I
chai.
knew I want to
Pika-
mop.
pika-
I know I want to mop. Yeah. I'm nimekaa tu nimejiweka nimeangalia maybe nangojea kuna
Ka drive, unatuma
kuna ka
message
drive
mbili
nataka.
hapo.
Niko tu
Hapo
hapo
unasema
sasa
Bluetooth
TikTok
uingie.
mimi. Alafu mtu aniambie, "You
Pika
tidy
chai."
up."
Yeah.
Nigga, shut the fuck up. I know I'm supposed
Kama
to do
hapana,
it.
no.
But see,
Kama umeona
hii ya watu wenye
uchafu,
wanaweza
usioshe.
jiambia. Hapana, hii ni ya watu tusiweke kila mtu hapa.
That's why I'm
Unafaa
saying,
kuambiwa,
that's why I said I am that person. I am that person. Mimi ni wa kujiambia na sipendi kuambiwa. And if
Hakuna
if
mtu
you
anapenda kuambiwa. Hakuna mtu anapenda kuambiwa. Hata ule lazy. Nobody likes to be told what to do. Because everyone
It's
believes
annoying.
that. Kila mtu anajua
You
ako na
have
akili.
How do you fix it?
you're your own
The
CEO.
fixing it is
Jifix kwanza.
more humanity and number one kujifix kwanza.
Juu,
Na more
this-
humanity.
do you know
Don't-
after you talk
no
about
matter
this-
the golden rule.
This is what I think.
Why do you think kuna the golden
Before the
rule?
golden rule, this is what I think. It's just an idea that came to me. Should you be unlucky to find a lazy woman? That's be so unlucky because bro, a lazy woman is crazy. Should you be unlucky to land on that one? My advice to you. What you can do
Unlucky.
instead of telling her, oh yeah, wale kulala hapo uko tu kwa TikTok sio mko ukaosha nguo
Oa
unamwambia no bruh, this is my advice, hiyo ni yako. Unamwambia bebe, kama nikisho unajua nimefikiria maybe sasa tukae dust nyumba pamoja. Let me show you the way I like doing it.
Exactly.
Then tukimaliza tunachosha vyombo.
Ah!
Let's do it together.
Oh,
Then now the
cheki,
next
hakuna
time.
story kama hiyo. Oh, cheki mimi najua kujiclean. Sifanye hivi. Siende ukae kwako kwenye unakaanga na uchafu, mimi nakaanga na usafi. Hii story
Na
ya
kama umeoana,
mambo ya
mtakaa na
kumpenda.
uchafu.
Kuna story ya mapenzi na dukani accommodate.
I'm not talking to you. That's why I'm talking to someone
Okay.
out there. There are men who are different, by the way. You're not all the same. by
You
the
will
way.
stay single.
You
for
know,
the
wonder
rest
you're
of
always
your
looking
life.
for
Who's
someone.
saying single is a damage?
No,
Just
but
say-
but it's true. You're single though.
Yeah. 100. That's why I'm here compensating
Lakini
you damaged women.
That's
who
why-
felt people not staying
That's
single.
why-
It's not, me
That is
Papa,
why you damage one, you will not help your lazy ass wife or girlfriend.
I think you would.
Yeah,
I
because
think you
if
would.
you were not,
I'm
you would be
damaged.
kind enough to tell her, baby, come, let me show you the way.
let me tell you.
Let me
Let
show you how
Let's
Let's pass more
kindness.
checks. Do you see my age? I'm not like
How old are you
Sile.
again?
I'm young, but
How
I'm
old are you
like,
again?
who gives a fuck?
22.
Gen Z, my Gen Z.
Say that there.
So I was saying, sasa umepata point yangu ikapotea.
Ikwenda na uko Gen Z anatuambia nini? So point is, have you
Sawa,
seen of men
sawa,
who will, it's okay, so I'm a cute
Huyu
shot.
nilimwita mama
I'm a cute
akakataa.
shot. Who will believe? Anyway, who will believe? You and your point of view.
Wasiwenye kucheza hizi ya mini, but so I digress.
That's not really. Point is, have you heard of a man who tells his wife he realizes the wife cannot make maybe the fish the way he likes it done, or cannot cook the chicken the way he likes
Why
it
is
done,
it all
and
about
out
how
of
he likes
love, listen, okay,
Kiburi.
listen.
Kiburi venye iko juu.
Out of that, Ama forget about how he likes it. Maybe she doesn't cook so well. You know,
Yeah,
the people who
maybe say
enyewe
that.
pale
Ah.
kwa madhobosto pale mazikizaga zinamshenga.
Nakubali wanaume wanajua kupika mwili wanawake.
That was not my point. My point was, a man would be like, baby, come let me show you how, a different way. Don't even tell her how I would like it. But then it's a different way of cooking
Yeah.
chicken. You see, that's with love.
Because
By the time, oh my,
I'm not gonna be doing things the way you like.
No, no, no,
it's not
no.
about the way you lay her. So make
Yeah.
her feel it's not about me. It's about maybe she
Us.
doesn't know how to cook, but I don't want to. Again, you don't want to tell her. I keep the people happy.
Na
And if your woman doesn't like to
Kuna
cook,
vile
and if your woman doesn't like
Hapo
to
unajua tunaongelea different people. Like hapo
I'm talking about a
tunaongelea-
woman who
Maybe
anapenda
anapenda-
kupika but hapiki poa.
I think
Alright.
hizi vitu zote.
So me, I'm talking
hiyo
to a
time naweza
man.
enda training.
Yeah, that's I'm like a woman,
Hata
a man,
hivi.
a very simple way of correcting with love. Because ni tu vitu tudogo kama hutu. Let me tell you,
Again,
marriage does not break because
And
of
then,
injustice.
and then
It's because
cooking
of
the
these small
relative.
things.
Maybe usikikiwa tamu, but kwangu na kwa watoto wangu ni tamu.
But
Unaona?
sasa
Mimi nasema hivi,
ya
tukubali.
wewe kama
Kitu
let me
kwanza
tell
ni
you,
kukubali.
when you're married, listen, when you're married, one thing I know,
Yeah.
mnaweza kula nyinyi wote na watoto na kila mtu kwa boma, but kama if that your hubby has not eaten, you're not comfortable. You're not comfortable because you're wondering, ni wapi huku huyu anakula. Especially if it's more than 5 days you're wondering.
Kule tu borake tu we are good.
See how you are different.
That's why people are different, yeah.
But ninasema
Okay,
as long as
tunajaribu kudiscuss hii story na like
And
kuna
we
different
people are very
perspective.
different.
Juu
People
kama
are
mimi
very
wana ukishaniambia ati
me,
nakupenda,
I
unaniambia
know.
ati if nakupenda na nimekuuliza do you know how old I am, kiniambia nianze kukubalisha venye huko labda uko na 30 years ama 25 years of a different perspective of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Mimi na kukufix na
And
10
then by
years
the way,
of
if you
marriage.
hear me
I'm
talking
losing
about
my
that
life.
woman, if you hear me
I'm
talking
losing
about
my
that,
life.
if you hear me
Si
talking
kama
about
hatua.
that,
That's why we agree.
Kama
Ndio
hatua,
maana ndio
nimekuja
nauliza.
siku na hiyo
Yeah.
coexist kwanza. Like whatever you do tuite kama ni test waters whatever the process you take. Tumejuana shame like the adult to admit is not about forcing like you're the one meant for me. Like it's me as a human detecting kwa sababu yangu and you're worth the shot. Can we coexist? Hatuwezi bas. Hatuwezi no beef no
Now I
anything.
agree.
Like
Now I agree with you because saying
Now,
that
kuforce is
because this is what happens to a lot of women. Unakuwa labeled, oh, my wife doesn't cook. You all know women don't cook well. Yo, I mean, because mina agree
again
na
is
go
not also about
because is
cooking.
it just about the man?
Now,
It's
listen.
just about the
Listen,
man.
listen.
That's how I agree with you.
There's a point I wanted to say. While I'm sitting here, I might represent different kind of women, and that doesn't mean that is how I will view things. Alright?
Yeah.
Like when I was talking about it's the way I was even picking up very simple setup of how I've seen mentality of marriage, right? Of married couples, and that's why I picked up cooking. It's not just cooking. Marriage is a lot of things. It's how you spread the bed. There's a man who will notice. My wife does not care. Venye uliamka ukarusha blanketi huko huko uja change nini. Kuna mwanamume ata notice. My wife is that kind of person. Alright? Na kuna mwenye ata notice. Ako like as we good. Na kuna mwenye ata notice na atakuwa uncomfortable. Alright? Now hapo kwa mwenye atakuwa uncomfortable because that's why I say in marriage very small issues build up to a point by the time hao watu wanachana tu vitu ni huto tudogo. Talk to many married people. Huto tudogo. Now that's why I wanted to mention again also, it's either you mention them. When you don't, remember it will pile up. Also, if you mention it, bro, you gotta choose your words. Because you will not just wake up and tell your wife, by the way, I don't like the way you leave our bedroom unattended.
Only 5 years later.
Because she's gonna ask you, she's gonna ask you, so which is this neat bedroom you've been? So she's gonna start feeling, oh, nigga's been going somewhere else, and you realize the bed is done. That's why now I was coming with the approach of the wording. If it's cooking, a man, fine. You know, you're kind of woman who will feel, why is it about you? Why will you say you don't like your fish done this way? So, okay, forget about that. Let's talk about this on a layman's thinking, all right? So if a guy is not comfortable with how, because this is what will introduce him to wanting now to start going somewhere, to enjoy a meal somewhere else. And now the woman will start feeling, okay, why is he not always coming? Trust me, these are the things that are affecting marriages, yo. As much as you be like, it's not an issue.
Yeah, I agree.
Those are the issues
I
now.
agree, but
so that's why I was saying, as a man, to avoid all that, always involve, make it both of you.
Quick question. So, should maybe cooking or dressing or whatever make a man go outside?
Trust me, they will.
Should. I'm saying,
no,
I know they will.
It shouldn't. That's why I'm saying,
do you think
of
number two, do you think fixing that will stop the man from going outside?
It will also not.
Good.
That's why I was saying, before if it gets to a point where now, because it's an anthill a hill from an anthill, find the right words, fix it when it's fixable, all right? So that if there's another issue, fix them with love, and then involve your wife. Like, let's do this. You're like, come. I would have wished if we can do it this way. We make it a we thing instead of why don't you do this? Why don't you do this?
Building something.
Let's build it. That way it will make a woman
feel both doing.
And now to answer your question, if it is a man who had a purpose and a vision to be in this marriage and a family life, somehow when you're a woman, you're fixing things and you're working as a team, it should make him focus on that family. However, that is now in the ideal world. However, in the reality that we are in, you will even fix that. You will do things his way, and unfortunately, Period. But now that comes to the woman. If having that in mind, would you also say whether I fix it or not? I don't give a shit.
No,
so that's not the point.
For me, it's not about I don't give a shit or not. Like, if the man is better at spreading the bed and I'm better at piga pasi na kupika.
See, competition is about working together.
Exactly. This is what I'm good at. Yeah, this is what I'm good at.
Absolutely, that's why I'm talking about the teamwork. Let's do this.
So you can't start labeling, my wife doesn't cook well, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you're the good cook, I'm not saying you can't cook well. Maybe you like to cook, because kama kuna ile idea, like, a lot of men, like, a man can go be a chef, apike kama job, like, speak at home. Kuna people who do that. I won't blame them because it's what they want.
Again, it's also their upbringing.
They'll inform how they do things. Yeah? So I don't blame that. But for us, like the informed people, as in I don't expect me, there's a way I've been doing my things, na so umekuja kwa life yangu. That's what I was saying, I agree with you. Umekuja kwa life yangu, so unaanza kunipinpoint. No. Yeah, it's not unfair. It's not fair. This is how I've been cooking. You know why? Even, in fact, probably, potentially, my family has been saying I'm the best cook. And now I'm coming to this other world where my husband doesn't like how I cook, and then I'm like, come on, go cook. As in, you can feel that way because, exactly. Because
now, let me tell you something. I think that would be brought up because things have changed, roles have changed. Back in the days though, a woman was meant to be at home to cook and make at home. Today, it's different. You will even find the guy is the one who is probably at home, or you're both at home, you're working from home, whatever. It's changed.
Some guys
that is why now you're used the way you're lucky. It's because the way now I'm living my life, a man comes up and all of a sudden he probably have an issue with how I do certain things, and a man have been surviving like
this. You've been cooking hizo samosa zako tumekuwa tukibuy hizo time.
And then the guy tells
advert Boom's Kitchen.
Atizo samosa zake sasa msana kuja vile tumekuwa tuzikula hivyo. Ati msana kuja anasema hizo samosa unekanga mafuta kidogo.
Naweza mwambia actually niko na clients wengi sana wamenitisha sana.
Exactly.
Sawa. Breaking point.
Breaking point is just work on yourself. Don't bring your past pain to the present. Just do you. Yeah, I think there's a lot. Just also don't. Oh, there's a friend of mine who has taught me. There's a golden rule we were supposed to talk about. And there's
Yeah.
Oh, is that what I
Yeah. So treat others how you want to be treated.
Whenever you have that in your mind, you'll definitely think of others and you'll not do stuff to them the way you want them to do to you. Like, yeah.
Okay. Mimi na breaking point kama uko dabi nataka kusaidiwa. Nini accommodating services.
But me I have a concern.
Wewe.
On this side bado wake hakuna.
Huwezi saidika. Mimi I'm not looking for.
What do you mean this
I'm not looking for a specific one. Na jusiazi I'm here to ni kama shule. No, like I'm here to juu unasema tu wanaume wanafanya. Just I'm trying to be
No,
different.
I'm still lost. Mbona unasema si saidi? Mimi sitaki saidi. Mimi nikuuliza na
Sasa ni hivyo. Sasa si
Hujanijibu.
kupata bado busy. Ndio hiyo. Si wewe unadvertise Bob's Kitchen. Mimi na advertise hapa.
Basi wako tu advertise.
I'm trying. You are interrupting me. So breaking point ya just be a good person if wewe kwanza like venye tu tulisema hakuna dere umeambiwa ananisha vizuri kwa road. So kama ni what if you like unapenda chakula tamu jipikie, kama unapenda usafi jifulie jioshe, kama si hivyo kuna machine like kuna solution. Let's not start with problems, let's start with solving problems.
But there's something you said very important, by the way. Now we there are people who are realizing these things. Can we also be the game changer?
Yeah.
Let's stop being like, I was raised like this. So my dad beat my mom, so I'm gonna beat my wife. Let's be the game changers.
If we want the respect old women walikuwa kwa kitambo, wanawake hapo wanafanya sijui nini, like we are the creators of this reality. I don't bash. I'm not at bash women. Sina beef na wanawake. Na sina beef na
Oh, I saw sorry as well. I saw someone saying the way an old woman is a very strong person. Akishuka pale kwa bega na go, oi maina, nibebea akapumzika kwa sasa hivi kapaka na shana hivi. Alafu ukose utusi. Wewe andika kwenda huko yani she ekelea you a good slap. Don't joke with these women. So if you are told women cannot beat or slap.
These women and others.
Oh, honey, they are.
Niggas be lying.
Niggas be lying.
Wanaume kwa comments batane hapa defense imeshinda.
You're
People adios.
muchachos.
Yeah.
Till next time. With you live.